In this video I'm going to share the 5 things I'm doing to help me keep motivated to achieve my goals and be the best that I can be at midlife or being over 50, and I hope that I can inspire you as well to do the same. The first thing I'm doing to keep me motivated to achieve my goals for 2025 is to meditate first thing in the morning. There are 2 times in the day when you can tap on to the power of your subconscious mind, and this is the time when you can get inspiration in nudges that you may not really get when you're so busy trying to do things. So one of those times is in the night time, just before you fall asleep, and the other time is when you've just woken up first thing in the morning, when your body is still relaxed and you're still in that sort of twilight zone. You may be thinking, there's no way I can meditate first thing in the morning, because as soon as I wake up there's a voice that starts chattering, reminding you about your worries, whether it's financial or relationship or job worries, and that voice just starts chatting in your head. And believe me, I know exactly where you're coming from, because that's what I've done a majority of my life. A lot of the time, and I'm sure you do it, I've done it myself. We've got so many fears, we've got so many problems, and when we pray it's always, dear God, please give me some money, dear God, make my relationship better, or bring the love of my life, or help me find a job. What changed for me was a few months ago I watched a video. This guy described it as, we're always asking, where it's like we sometimes demand that, give this to me because I'm desperate. He described it as, how many times do we actually stop to listen what this loving energy is trying to tell us? Instead of using the word meditation, I started listening to the silence. Sometimes that's quite hard, so what I do is I listen to my breathing. That slow out in, just feeling the air going through the nose and down your chest. Or sometimes I listen to my heart beating, because at that time of the morning it's still quite peaceful, there's not too many cars in the road, or everyone's still asleep, and I will listen to my heartbeat, or if you can hear it, the rush of blood through your system, or maybe there's a buzzing in the room, and all you do is try to focus on that sound. And believe me, it's so hard. I can understand how hard it is right at the beginning, but as you continue to do this, eventually you'll get a couple of seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, where you feel a sense of peacefulness, a sense of calm return into your body. And what I say is, when you get to that point, try and take a metaphorical image or picture of how you're feeling at that time, and what that will do is reinforce the feeling within your system. And like everything else, the more you repeat a process, the easier it gets. And when you get to that space, what happens is all these voices that keep telling you about your fears and your worries and your anxiety will begin to dissipate, and you'll reach a sense of calmness. And when you're in that calmness, you can then refocus your thoughts to something more empowering and more positive. So eventually, the longer you're able to hold that peacefulness within your system and within your mind, you begin to get inspirations and nudges to do things that you may never have thought of in your day-to-day life. And if you follow these little nudges, you'll find that things start opening up little changes happen, and the more you listen to these nudges or inspirations, the more inspirations will come your way. And this is how I'm staying motivated and just listening to the inspirations that come to me to make things better in my life and to keep me motivated to achieve the goals I've set myself for this year. The second thing I'm doing to keep motivated to achieve my goals is to frequently read the personal guidelines I created when I created my top 10 goals for the year. And I'm so glad that the process involves creating these personal guidelines, because I've found that times like this, when I'm feeling demoralized and demotivated, by going back to read those personal guidelines, they're really helping me to focus, and it lifts me up to keep going to achieve my goals. The third thing I'm doing to keep me motivated to achieve my goals is have my personal guidelines as well as other positive phrases in areas where I can see them. So I have sticky notes with positive phrases attached on my laptop so I see it all the time. I've also got positive notes and my personal guidelines as screensaver on my laptop, and because I'm at my desk most of the time, I'll see it as reminders to keep me positive and motivated to achieve my goals. And for me, these are like personal coaches without paying the price that a personal coach may charge you. The fourth thing I'm doing is to hone my craft, because my main goal for this year is to grow this YouTube channel. What I'm doing is learning all about YouTube and all those really important YouTube skills and knowledge that I need to help grow this channel. Hopefully you notice that I'm improving my videos over time. You will obviously have different goals to do, and by learning about the knowledge and skills that you need to achieve your goals, it will help you get there a lot faster. The fifth thing I'm doing to keep me motivated to achieve my goals is to feel the feeling that I would like to feel when I have achieved that goal. And for me, it would be happiness, self-worth, a sense of achievement, lightness, freedom. Namely because I know that once I'm successful and I'm earning a revenue and good money from YouTube, that I will have a lot more freedom in terms of what I want to do with my life. The reason that we feel demoralized or demotivated when we think about our goal is because we can see our goal way off into the distance, and all we can feel is this is where we are and the goal is so far away that you can't even see it, and we focus so much on the distance, so we feel it's going to be a struggle, it's going to be hard, we think about the amount of work we've got to do, or we just feel like giving up. But by focusing on what we would like to feel when we've achieved them, it's like Neville Goddard says, feeling is the secret. And he's talking about the secret of manifesting. And it's like what Abraham Hicks says, that the only reason we ever want anything in our life is to change our feeling. Most of the time the feeling we want to have is to be happy. So for example, with me wanting this channel to be successful, my aim is that it will provide me with some sort of income, and that income will be enough for me to live on my own and have my own space. And when I have my own space, I'll be able to do a lot more of these videos, because making these videos and hopefully inspiring you to achieve what you want to achieve in your life really makes me happy. And also when I have my own space, I'll be able to do different kinds of videos without worrying about who's listening to what I'm doing or saying in the room. Creating videos also helps me to develop my creativity. And this really makes me happy because I feel that I'm doing this for me. I got the inspiration and the motivation to achieve my goals through creating my top 10 goals for the year. Creating the goals helped me to think about my limiting beliefs, and by uncovering my limiting beliefs and understanding where they came from, it's given me the confidence to be the best that I can be and do the best that I can do. If you'd like to know more about the process of how I created my top 10 goals, check out this video.